Hey friends, welcome to Quest for Tech, where every day is a quest to find the newest video games and the coolest technology.
With us being a new channel, we really appreciate your support. So do us a favor and like, subscribe, share, and comment below. And here we go.
So friends, this week, one of the biggest PS5 news stories came from a PlayStation blog post when Sony said that the DualShock wireless controller will not work with any PlayStation 5 games. Now that got a lot of people upset because I know that a lot of PlayStation fans, we have more than one or two controllers. And while that was a little bit of a downer, it's understandable because of all the features the DualSense has that the DualShock 4 doesn't. So it did make sense. Now since then, Sony has come out and released another blog post saying that the DualShock wireless controller will work with the PS5 console and any supported PS4 games, but it won't work with the new PS5 games. Sony just announced that in a blog post this past Monday. So that should soften the blow a little bit, at least knowing that we can hang on to our PS4 controllers if we're playing an old game or something, if we're playing an older game or something, and we want to pass someone a controller, they can use the DualShock 4. Yeah, they can use the DualShock 4 and we can use the new DualSense controller. So that does soften the blow just a little bit. But again, for any PS5 games that you play, you're going to have to get the new DualSense controller. So in the post, Sony said, "We believe that PS5 games should take advantage of the new capabilities we're bringing to the platform, including the features of the DualSense wireless controller." And again, when you look at all of the features that the DualSense has that the DualShock doesn't, like the adaptive triggers, like the haptic feedback, the different light bar, the ability to wireless charge, there are a lot of features that they packed into the new DualSense that the DualShock 4 doesn't have. So when you look at it that way, I think it'll be okay. You know you're going to get one controller included with the PS5. Pick up new ones as you go along. So overall, I think it's understandable. This is a next-gen console. This is the start of a new console generation. Let's have a brand new controller to go with it. Can't really hate on Sony too much for that. So looking at this USA Today article, Sony also released a tentative list of supported PS5 accessories. Here's what they include: any specialty peripherals, such as officially licensed racing wheels, arcade sticks, and flight sticks, the platinum and gold wireless headsets, which is cool. It's cool that those will be included, as well as third-party headsets that connect via USB port or audio jack. But the Headset Companion app is not compatible with the PS5. The DualShock 4 wireless controller and PlayStation officially licensed third-party gamepad controllers will work with supported PS4 games, but obviously not PS5 games. And finally, both the PlayStation Move and Move controllers and the PlayStation VR Aim controller will work with the supported PSVR games. So that's cool. You don't have to buy all new PlayStation VR stuff to use your PlayStation VR games. So overall, it looks like Sony is doing the best they can with balancing PS4 games and the PS4 console and the next-gen games associated with the PlayStation 5. So if you can see what Sony's trying to do, can't hate on them too much. We wanted this next gen. We were ready for this next gen to start. They delivered a brand new console with a bunch of new features. So we got a new controller with it too. So I think that's a good thing. Now, speaking of hate, well, I won't say hate. On that subject, Microsoft Xbox UK, for this part, Microsoft's Xbox UK tweeted early Monday to remind gamers that the Xbox Series X is backwards compatible with all Xbox One controllers across all games. The tweet came a few hours after Sony posted its accessories update for the PS5. The tweet from Xbox UK reads, "In case you missed it, Xbox Series X is backwards compatible with all Xbox One controllers across all Xbox games." They list Xbox official controllers Xbox Adaptive Controller, Xbox Elite Wireless Controllers, and SCUF controllers. While I think it is cool that Xbox is allowing all Xbox users, which that includes myself, I own an Xbox One X, I'll be buying an Xbox Series X. I try to stay unbiased, so I do like both the consoles, even though I tend to lean toward PlayStation a little bit. I do understand the Xbox approach to things, so I can understand the tweet, a little bit of a shot at Sony, but guess we can understand that. Now, I will say, I can understand how it would be easier for Xbox to allow customers to use all of their old controllers and accessories and whatnot, because their new controller really doesn't do anything different from their old controller. I mean, if you look at it, aside from adding the share button, which PlayStation 4 implemented first years ago, the new controller really doesn't do anything that the old controller did not do. So you would think that it would be pretty easy for them just to allow all of their controllers to be used with the games that they're coming out, because they didn't really take a chance or they didn't really do anything new with the new controller. So Xbox and PlayStation, two totally different visions of the future of console gaming, and I hope both of them do well in the end. I'm sure they will. Also, you can use your old PlayStation camera with PlayStation 5. However, it will require use of an additional adapter, but Sony promises it will come at no extra cost to the user. So that's great. So all of you guys that use PlayStation camera, I know I do, logs you into the PlayStation really quick. You can do chat on it, which is awesome, and it's essential for PlayStation VR. Good to know that that will also work with PlayStation 5. So a report from PlayStation Lifestyle stated that the PS5 life cycle may only be 5 years. Now, traditionally, life cycles for consoles have been about 6 years, from one to the next, with PS3 and PS4 extending to 7 years, which is a long time. But the upcoming PS5 life cycle could be the shortest console generation yet. Now, according to a report by DigiTimes, sources from Sony's back-end supply chain in Taiwan are making the new 5-year PS5 life claims, while also estimating between 120 and 170 million consoles shipped in that period. So they're estimating that PS5 is going to ship between 120 and 170 million consoles in the 5-year period. That would be huge, and I think it would be the best selling console ever if it hit those numbers, or at least close to it. I mean, that's a huge number. I think that in just over 6 years, Sony had sold 110 million PS4 consoles. So if the PS5 sells between 120 and 170, I mean, it will have trounced the PS4, which is a hugely successful console. So we'll see if that happens. Now, the same report estimates that PS5 sales are expected to double lifetime shipments of Microsoft's Xbox Series X in that same period, which makes sense because Microsoft is moving from a console sales approach to more of a subscription service approach with their huge push of Xbox Game Pass. Now, if this report proves true, it means PlayStation 6 could launch as soon as holiday 2025. That's crazy to even think about, but holiday 2025. Though any number of things in the next few years could push the console's launch date. Even though I do think that would be a good thing if we get shorter console life cycles. I mean, most people upgrade their phones every year or two, or 3 at the most. Phones cost a lot more than game consoles, so why wouldn't you want to get the newest technology every 5 years? Even computers. You usually buy a computer, every 3-4 years. Technology is changing. You got to figure 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 or 5 years from now, consoles will be a lot faster than they are right now. I mean, 8K might be a standard thing for everyone. It could happen. So why would you want your console to be held back just because you're only 5 years into the life cycle? So let's bring on PS6. Well, friends, that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you all going on this quest with us. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. Thanks again, friends. We'll see you soon, and never stop questing.